عنها الوطن يا نفسي غريبة، وحياة مهدي المسيح والأقصى الحبيبي لارجع لتراب الوطن وأحني إيديا.
سابوا أرض الدار شيلوا الأحمال، يا ساكن بالغربة عبلادك تعال، ما بكتل مكتوب ما بكتل مرسال ملت الأوراق.
We're in a situation, gladly, that we don't have to. Right, closer to the mic. Okay.
Closer to your mouth.
All right. All right. Okay. Sorry. A bit closer to the mic. All right. Not used to these sort of mics. Right up. Right up. Okay. But then it echoes back on me here. This is tough. This is a tough station here. We don't have to. We can say it as it is. We don't have to tiptoe round. We don't have any chicanery. We don't have to dance on the head of a pin. We can tell it as it is, and that's a brilliant place to be. We're on the right side here of history, and what we do know is, and what I'm going to say to you now is something that you already do know. Allanz has the largest. They have the largest private investor in Israeli war bonds to the tune of $1 million. So much so that the Israeli Prime Minister or President Herzog states clearly that they're crucial. Those war bonds are absolutely crucial to what he calls the war. We call it the genocide on a defenseless and captive population. The first, as you could say, settler colonial genocide in history, played out in front of our eyes. At least in the past, we didn't know. We just learned about it in history and we were appalled. But here it is happening these last 2 years, the horrors of it been played out right in front of our eyes. And the supine, spineless so-called Western democracies turning their back on them and abandoning the Palestinian people to their fate. And sadly can I say, our own GAA administrators and leaders are mirroring that callous indifference. It is just unbelievable and shocking. Also, Allanz has almost doubled its investments in 16 defence companies arming Israel, such as Elbit, Caterpillar and the German arms company Senecrop. Allanz also holds $7.3 billion in shares and bonds implicated in the genocide. Also, to use that phrase, there's an appalling vista facing us quite soon, because as we know, the Trump orchestrated bogus ceasefire is exactly what it is. We know that when we think about it, that monstrous war criminal Netanyahu and his cabal of Zionist zealots, all they'll need, they know that they have carte blanche, despite the ceasefire, to do whatever hell they like, that they can act with impunity. And it wouldn't even take an excuse for them to begin the bombardment again. And whenever you think about that, it's just our association then. What happens then with the links with Allanz? There'll be nothing different. Allanz will be as implicated then as they are now. So what happens in that scenario? What I would say to the JAA is, it's never too late to do the right thing, to do the ethical thing, to do the only thing, and boot that sullied brand out of Croke Park and out of our lives. Now, what I want to say is, it's absolutely heartwarming to see the turnout here today. It really just lifts my spirits. There is no question about it. And I want to make it clear as well, this is nothing to do with the players. This is not a problem of their making. We support our players. We support all our teams. This weekend we have 3 teams in action. The hurlers were already in action today. The footballers are ready to throw in. The ladies' football team begins tomorrow. The Camogues are later on. We give our best wishes to all of those campaigns and wish them the very best of luck. These young people are in the days of their lives. If there was a time in our life that we would want to go back to, of all of us of my vintage, it would be back to that time of youthful energy and active participation. The days of our lives. So those people, those young people, I wish them the very best of luck. And I know that many of them are deeply uncomfortable with the situation that pertains. And we saw that with the launch of Allanz. Remember, that was always a glamorous launch with the stars of our game posing maybe in some exotic destinations around the country. It was very low-key this time, so because none of the current players put themselves up for that launch. So, and then the Dublin players, their example, absolutely heroic.
Yes.
So all of that is certainly very, very encouraging. And I when I have some things to think about, and I'm sure you're the same yourself, it's cathartic. I find it cathartic, actually. When I'm angry and when I'm maybe hurt about something, to get pen and paper and write it down. And I get my wife and my son and my daughter maybe to vet it, because and they give me very good advice. They sometimes say you need to tone that down a little bit. So look, at my age, there was a time, I'm in my 78th year now, so it's a bit difficult for me to memorize things as I used to. You get your senior moments, so I don't want to risk that. I have written down something, a couple of pages here, it'll not take too long, of my thoughts just at the moment. And if you'll bear with me, I'll just open it here and have a look and read it out for you. Talk amongst yourselves for a while. Right. Okay, can you hear me? The JA Management Committee recently announced that the motions from 10 counties calling to sever links with Allanz are unlikely, they say, to go before Congress. In bureaucratic, impenetrable language, they attempted to explain their decision. I bet, like me, if you read it, your reaction would have been to exclaim, "What in hell's name," or words to that effect, does any of that jargon actually mean? But what was crystal clear, though, was that it was unnecessarily insulting to and dismissive of the Gaels who are vehemently opposed to Allanz and who voted in great numbers to drop the link. We are a unique grassroots sporting organisation with a strong humanitarian foundation. There is no way we should accept any attempt to rationalise the partnership with that sullied brand. The craven genuflection of the JAA executive towards a genocide enabler is as shameful as it is unworthy of our great organisation and its ethos. Allanz is the title sponsor of our magnificent games, and yet it contributes to the economy of genocide, ethnic cleansing, apartheid, illegal occupation, and whatever you're having yourself in the list of war crimes. It is an unconscionable position for our association to be in. As for the suggestion that they intend to make a donation of aid to Gaza, while welcome and I'm sure well meant, unfortunately, at this juncture, it smacks of a sop to assuage the guilt and shame some of them, I hope, are feeling. I would remind them that for over 2 years now, Gaels from all over the country have, with remarkable generosity of heart and spirit, raised thousands of pounds worth of aid for Palestine support groups. Tragically, tons of that aid is currently stacked onto hundreds of trucks, unable to access the stricken enclave due to the Israeli blockade. Yes, that same brutal genocidal regime that companies like Allanz invests in. Meanwhile, our Palestinian brothers and sisters are dying of a combination of starvation, freezing to death, succumbing to preventable diseases, or being slaughtered by daily violations of the bogus ceasefire.
Hear, hear.
At this rate, there'll soon be no one left in Gaza to benefit from aid. It is becoming clear that the corporate entity that has taken root in Croke Park is determined to close down dissent. In some counties, we hear that clubs have been barred from even bringing a motion or raising the issue, the humanitarian moral issue of our age. They are battening down the hatches in anticipation of an impending storm. What a shame then if their concerns prove to be unfounded, wouldn't it? We're not going to go away or be silenced. This one is going to go to extra time or even to penalties. The JA was built from the ground up by the heroic, visionary men and women of previous generations, whom I'm certain would be appalled by the association's current stance. In the 5 weeks leading up to Congress, the inheritors of that proud tradition I've referenced, the key stakeholders, that is, the clubs and volunteers, people like you who are gathered here today, who are the very heartbeat of the JAA, must demand of our county boards, including our own, that the motions to drop Allanz be included on the Clár at Congress.
Yes. Here, here.
Then let democracy prevail. Surely nothing to fear in that, is there? Anduin Abu. Look, thank you very, very much. Now listen, there's a next date for your diary. Tomorrow is clearing us into my ear here. The Council of Allanz for Palestine group tomorrow, if you're anywhere in the vicinity, from 12 o'clock to 1, we're starting out again our rally and white line protest, because nothing has changed for the Palestinian people. So we begin that again. But from here and on this campaign here, in 3 weeks' time from today, Down versus Westmeath here at this venue, Saturday the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. Let us demonstrate our love for Palestine on that day.
Yes.
Assemble again around 5 p.m. I'd love to see you all. Bring your friends and swell the ranks. After that, all roads will lead to Croke Park on Saturday the 28th of February. Let's be there in our tens of thousands if we can, to change this round. It is just unthinkable. It definitely is. I could go on, but I realise it's a bitterly cold night. And thank you very much, all of you good people who have gathered here today. You are absolute heroes. No doubt about that. And thank you for everyone who are... I just turned up, actually, and all of this happened. By the way, the mic here, Kieran beside me, and then Nicky here, representative of the 2 great clubs that I played for, Leitrim Fontenoys and Castlewellan. There they are in tandem. So there you go. Brilliant to see. Thank you very, very much. And we'll meet again. Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.